Hi, my name is Rebecca Raynon and I'm a student of Dr. Levy's. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the use of visual supports in the classroom, particularly in a setting for children with autism at an early age. Over here we have some examples of choice boards for out-of-room activities, preferred edibles, and they allow the student to independently request their wants and needs. Over here we have some more choice boards, different varieties of choice boards, and a pecs book that I'll be talking about later. Different token systems that can be used, as well as spontaneous language boards. And I'm going to be discussing how each of them work together to make your day go a little smoother. We're going to discuss the choice boards. Here we have an activities choice board, and it allows the student to pick up the item, hand it to the teacher, and then on the back it's labeled, so there's a consistent label across instructors. So bubbles, and then you try to get the child to make eye contact, make a sound, any kind of verbal imitation. This will help them increase their communication skills as well as their exposure to language. This is another type of choice board. There's activities, edibles, preferred toys on it, and a child, again, you leave this at their desk and they can pick from it as their day goes on. This is another type of choice board. It's on a ring, so it's nice and easy for transitions. They're all out-of-room activities on there. The playground, a wagon. So this way the children can request, and when you're near either the computer room or the wagon or the gym, you can have them flip through and point to what they want, and then again make eye contact and a sound. This is all to help increase their communication skills and their language. And all these can be put into one book called a pecs book, which stands for Picture Exchange Communication System. On the bottom of the book is an I want strip. There's a label with the I want, and then as you open the book, it's sorted into edibles, preferred activities in the room, toys that a child might have. This child has a lot of toys. And then in the back there's also a spontaneous language board. So you eventually teach the student to pull out the activity they want, put it on the strip, and then they have to exchange it with their teacher, pull right off, again, to increase communication with a person. And then the teacher would repeat the words, I want, and then the label on the back of the item. This creates a consistent label across instructors and environments, from the home to school to community, daycare, wherever the child goes. They can bring this book with them and they can always request what they want. Not only does this increase language, but it also does help decrease problem behaviors that are often seen due to frustration of the child not being able to get what they want. Over here are a table of token systems. They are all different. There's many varieties, and it depends on the child, what the child's interested in. Here we have a puzzle of Iron Man, and the pieces come apart, and the child can earn the pieces as they go, and once they make the puzzle, they'll get either a special activity or toy, or out of room, they'll get to play with a friend, whatever they choose, and a lot of times they'll choose it from their choice board. This is a rocket ship, and you just count down from 10. Each piece pulls off, and then it'll Velcro on the other side. So not only are they learning to sit and wait and do their work, but they are also learning how to count down. This is another example where the student will move the piece across every time they, get an answer right. The child here slides. Just like that. It's a nice job, way to go. And then once you did it, they get to, stop that and get to do a preferred activity. And there's just another example of the birds. You'll move the birds up, and once they reach the top, again, the child will get the preferred activity. This type of token system goes along with the choice boards. It allows for the child to pick something special that they want to earn, like bubbles. You place it on the board, and then as you run your programs and go through your day, or as they're sitting and listening to a book, you can say, good job listening, nice sitting, and give them a token. And then once they get all 10, great, now we get to play with bubbles. A lot of times when starting this activity and starting using token systems, you'll put the first 8 stickers on, and the child will have to earn 2, and then eventually as they increase their tolerance for sitting and waiting and listening, you'll have them earn all 10. And lastly, over here we have our spontaneous language boards. There's words like help me, I'm sad, 1 more minute, color with me, can I go see, play with me. This allows the child who doesn't have the language or has limited language to tell the teacher exactly what they want, and it's more phrases than material items. So if they're in the gym and they don't want to leave, they can request 1 more minute please, and this type of negotiation allows them to feel a little more in control of what they get to do throughout their day. A lot of times they'll be walking in the hallway and they might elope from their teacher, so a saying like can I go see is great for them to have, so this way they can again communicate with the teacher, and then once they request can I go see, you can let them go see. Again, this all just increases their communication. It can be double-sided depending on the student's ability. The amount of phrases that will be on the spontaneous language board will vary. Here we have this is fun, give it back, which is a great thing to have, because a lot of times, you know, in peer interactions, someone might take something and a child may result to physical pushing or hitting or grabbing it back, and instead of causing those inappropriate behaviors, you can teach a child to communicate, give it back to me. Sometimes you'll find on these boards too that there'll be a thing that says I want a break. So, you know, if they're really sitting and they're doing their fun learning and they're just not on task and they are fighting with you, whether it be verbally or non-verbally, you can teach them to pull off the word I want a break, and then they can leave and take a short break and then come back to task. This all helps them increase their communication and again decrease their inappropriate behaviors, which makes your day a whole lot smoother.